I've always wanted to know, how do I get to that next place? Okay, how do I get myself individually, as an individual, to that next place? How do I get my business to the next place? How do I get other people to the next place? Success loves preparation. It loves it. It admires it. It just flows money back to it. Success loves preparation. And the marketplace will discipline those that are just stuck in the pack. How do I start dominating my own self, my own time? My dad died when he was 52 years old. My dad worked his whole life to provide for 5 kids and his wife, and he did his job, and then he died. That's not the program I want to get on. Is that the program you want to be on? My dad died, he bought his dream house 9 months before he died. He leaves 2 10-year-old boys, one of me. I'm a twin. 2 10-year-old boys, never got to enjoy us. I never got to enjoy him. Why? Because he worked so hard with no concept of freedom. He had a good job, he made some money, but he is basically imprisoned in his thinking. So I look to surround myself with people that can dominate, people that are certain, okay? People that know what they're doing, people that are in control. So when I'm tired, I look at my purpose. What's my purpose? Okay, what's my purpose? Oh, my game's not big enough. My game's not big enough. My game's not big enough. I'm not interested anymore. The average American reads 1 book a year. The top CEOs in America read a book a month, 5 books a month, 60 plus books a year. You want to be in the game? Read. I buy books. I don't care about the $30 the book costs. You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for $1 million. Every book I open, I'm looking for $1 million. Okay? I quit looking for $10. I did that when I was a kid. I'm looking for millions now. I'm looking for $1 million. How many believe it's as much work to work for $10 as it is for $1 million? It's the same amount of work, man. Same amount of rejection, same amount of uphill. It's the same amount of bullshit. Okay? So you just change the target, okay? If you were homeless and I was gonna coach you out of homeless, the first thing I would tell you is not to change your clothes, not change your location, just change your ask. Just to change the amount you're asking for. Today I'm talking to you about, man, change what you're reading every day. Change what you're reading. Change the influence of your getting. It's very difficult to be persistent, particularly if you're living in a thinking that I'm going to try once, I'm going to try twice, I'm going to try 3 times, and that's it. My wife watched me call one man 15 times in 3 days without a return phone call. She's like, how many times are you going to call him? I'm going to call him until we talk. My God. I'm like, it worked on you. Shit. I met my wife the first night I moved to Los Angeles. I met her. I knew immediately. I'm like, that's my wife right there. I'm going to marry her. She's going to have my children. Guarantee you, I know for sure. I called my mom. Hey, I met my wife tonight. You been out with her? Nah, she doesn't want to have anything to do with me. Okay, what's my job now? I got to sell her. I don't need to date her. I got to sell her. I called her twice a month for 13 months without a return phone call. If you ask my wife, ask her the story. If you ever meet her, great chick, 13 months, man, twice a month. Not one return phone call. Okay? Her friends are like, Grant, you got to quit calling her, man. This is like bordering on stalking. I'm like, it's not stalking if it works. If it works, is it stalking? No, it's marriage. How many believe you have more potential than you're going for right now? Dude, it's way up here. It's beyond what you're going for. So you want to set it here. I want to set my targets up here. I never lower a target. Never, ever. That's my target. I'll fail on my target. My whole lifetime I might fail on that target, but I won't let it go. So when I first started buying real estate, I used to write this down. I own 10 apartments. I own 10 plus apartments. That's all I buy is apartment buildings. I own 10 plus apartments. I own 10 plus apartments. I own 10 plus apartments. First deal I ever bought was 38 units. Okay. Bought 38, I own 100 apartments. I just changed my number. I own 100 apartments. Next deal I bought was 40. Next deal I bought was 70. Next deal I bought was 250. Let's go. I got to not a spectator. You don't want to be a spectator, folks. Spectators pay, players get paid.